Thank you, thank you. Yeah, stop clapping right away. I don't need your applause cutting into my time. Hi, I look like I'm gonna talk to you about craft beer or something, but I'm not. I got other shit to get to. You guys seem nice. You seem safe. I appreciate that. I feel safe up here, which is, I don't know if you know this, but comedy's dangerous now. You never know what could happen to me up here. I did a show a while back, and I said my age on stage. I was born in 1981, and I said that, and this lady just yelled out, "81 babies unite!" And for a second, I thought that I had said something to upset her, and that she had summoned 81 babies to come and take me the fuck down. And I got distracted. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna defend myself against 81 babies? I'm like, I could probably handle the first 10, but after that, I'm done. They're gonna start operating as a unit. They're gonna consume you like a pot of zombies. You got a choice to make. Do you kick a baby? Me personally, I do not. I let them take me. Just saying. They would climb up you too. They're strong. You ever let a baby grab your finger? You're like, where the fuck did that come from? What have you been doing in the womb there? This is true. There was an experiment done at a legit university, and the average infant can support its own body weight in a dead hang from a chin-up bar for 10 seconds. The average. They found the average. That means there was a sample size. That means there was a bunch of babies. There's a bunch of babies, and then there was a well-educated person just lifting them up to the chin-up bar, and then there was another well-educated person that hit start on a timer, and then they hit stop on the timer when the baby let go. When the baby just, did someone catch the babies? Was there a third fun scientist down there like, I gotcha? We'll never know. I assume they were both male scientists too. I feel like if there was a woman present, should have been like, what the fuck, guys? What are we doing here? You're done measuring your dicks, you got bored, you decided to see how long these babies could hang on to a chin-up bar? I don't have kids. Probably good, because I would 100% hang my child from a chin-up bar and time it. My wife and I decided not to have kids. We read the terms of service and did not find them agreeable. We like kids. We both like kids. And the thing is, we're in our 40s, so it's like kind of a last call situation. And I'll hang out with a friend's baby every once in a while. Like with the friend present. And I'll be like, oh man, I wish we had a baby. And then I'll wake up the next morning, whenever, and I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad that we don't have a baby. But it does feel like last call at a bar. Like when you miss last call that night, you're like, oh shit, I wish I got another drink. But then the next morning you wake up and you're like, I'm so glad that I don't have a baby, We have animals. We treat them way too good, almost like children. Why not, right? We live in Brooklyn. You can do that there. We don't have a stroller. We haven't hit the stroller phase yet, but we have a cat and a dog. They're expensive enough. I know I can barely afford these animals. Kids, out of the question. My cat got a bladder stone and had to have emergency surgery a couple weeks ago. And thankfully, we have pet health insurance. My wife and I don't have good health insurance at all, but those pets are fucking covered. It was still expensive. The cat had to get the bladder stone removed. The vet was like, that was a huge stone. I was like, cool, can I keep it? I paid a lot of money for that thing. I kind of want to like get it mounted in a ring, you know? Maybe get it cut, polished, put it here, like see me on stage, like, oh, it's my cat. They're like, oh, what kind of stone is that? It's like a dullish gray yellow color. I'm like, oh, it's a very rare gem, only found in the bladder of the domestic short hair. It's like a pearl. That's gross. I'm just so mad that it costs that much money. The cat doesn't even know. The cat doesn't fucking know we saved its life for the second time. The first time was when we rescued it from a bush. Then they still have the nerve to paw at you when you sleep. Oh, I didn't feed you right when you wanted to get fed? I'm sorry. They're like D-list celebrities living in your house. They're like, don't you know what season of The Real World I was on? Fill my water. I play this game with my cat where I pretend that he's a waiter and I can't get his attention. He'll walk across the living room floor and I'm like, excuse me, sir, when are you gonna... And I tell my wife, when he comes your way, can you tell him I want some ketchup? We have the cat and then we have a dog. The dog's cool, like the dog's little, you know, for protection, obviously we got her. It's a 12-pound Pekingese. But she's, you know, she'll distract you at the very least. She's a rescue. And we got her from this agency after, you know, we submitted, like, we applied for all these dogs, and then eventually this place called us, and they were like, hey, we seized a litter of Pekingese puppies from an irresponsible breeder. Would you like one? And we were like, yeah, sure. And I said, I don't know what an irresponsible breeder is. I mean, I've used the term to talk shit on some of my family members, but I never knew what it meant with the dogs. And basically, my dog's inbred. My dog is, she's supposed to be like a show dog, like a purebred, but she's like, you know, there's a little extra twist at the bottom of that DNA strand. She's a little King Joffrey, you know? Super cute. She got an underbite, like that, and then her eyes are crossed, but not this way. They're crossed that way. They're like, she got like super side vision, and she looks funny. I will admit to this. She looks funny. People will laugh at her when I'm walking her, and I do not like it. I didn't think it would bother me, but it bothers me. They'll just be like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Think she can't hear you? She's not in on the joke, dude. She doesn't know what she looks like. She just thinks she's a dog. And then they'll be like, oh, is that a purebred? And I'm like, what is with that question, Hitler? Get away from us. You walk away and go far, because she could see you on either side. It doesn't matter. Love that dog. She had this real high-pitched bark when we got her, and I was like, oh, that's gonna suck. And she would bark to go out, and I was like, I think I could teach this dog to ring a bell to go outside, and we did it. My dog doesn't bark to go out. She walks up to a little bell that's mounted to our baseboard, and she hits it with her nose. And then I get up to take her out, and it's like a reverse Pavlovian response. She has bad timing. I'll tell you that much. She'll look at me like, "Hey, are you busy right now?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm incredibly busy. Most busy I've ever been." And she'll be like, "Good, because I have to shit. And if you don't take me out, I'll do it on the floor." And then I say, "Okay, I've seen you do it. I'm not going to call your bluff on this one." And then I take her out, and I always think it's going to be quick. I think it's going to be quick, but it's not. I mean, if any of you own a dog, you know how it goes. They don't want to go with the first place they see. They got to scope it out. We got to pick the right place. Then you're walking them from little patch to little patch. You're like a real estate agent with a shitty, picky client. You're like, I think I know what you want, and this is it. There's some green space here. You have some sunlight coming in. There's some poop that you can poop on. Or if you want to try and eat it, you can do that too. Garbage nights here are Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can pick stuff up with your mouth, and then I'll yell at you to not do that. What do you think? No? Okay. All right. You want to try a whole nother neighborhood. All right. Something nicer. Well, we can't afford that because the cat got a goddamn bladder stone. So you shit here, please. I say please to my dog. Please, just go here. Don't investigate further. I like being married. I think I'm okay at it. I haven't royally fucked anything up. I'll tell you where I fall short. I have a bad memory. I really do. My wife got a new phone number like a year ago for work, and I can't remember the number. It's in my phone, but I can't remember it. She's not my emergency contact. If I have an emergency, I'm calling the house I lived in when I was 8 years old. It's the only number that still sticks in my head. She cares about me. She doesn't want me to eat expired food. She's like real big on expiration dates. Me, I'm not. Personally, I don't need the government telling me when my hummus is bad. She'll come home, she'll look in the fridge, she'll be like, "Did you eat that hummus?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "It was a little tangy." But... She's like, "Do you know how old that was?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw the Vote Hillary sticker, but I just thought you bought it at Whole Foods." We got married late. We were both late bloomers. I don't know what her excuse is. Me, I was raised pretty religious. I was real into youth group. I did this youth group event when I was like 13, where I made a promise to God that I would not have sex until I was married. But if you saw me when I was 13, you would realize it was more of a promise that God had made to me. You've been a wonderful crowd. Thank you. My name's Jim Tews. Enjoy the rest of your night.